Welcome to the Pelco Brief. We're talking to some of our business partners. One partnership that is getting ready to explode, so to speak, not in the bad way, but that's with System Surveyor.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking to Trad today. I'm sorry, Trad. My
Okay.
bad. I apologize. Tell me a little bit about System Surveyor.
So System Surveyor is a really easy to use sidewalk and system design platform. I think we really try and simplify things for integrators and resellers. See a lot of complex ways of doing stuff, and we want to just make it quick, easy, and allow them to do their design work on site with a customer. And ultimately take that design work and automatically spit out a bill of materials and a layout and design report so they can get something to that end customer in terms of a proposal, finished design, a bid,
Yeah.
a lot faster than the old way of doing it.
And that's what we're always trying to do at Pelco is we're always thinking about how we can more streamline the process, cutting from initial PO or even scoping before a PO is even cut to the installation and try to, because that could be a big pain point in and of itself of the different parts of that sales cycle going all the way to the installation. And so from your experience in talking to integrators, what have been some of the biggest pain points?
I think usually what we hear from integrators, resellers is that a lot of their team is doing stuff a ton of different ways. Somebody's using Excel, somebody's using editing software, somebody's doing things with pen and paper. So, and you laugh, we see that all the time. And we always talk to them about standardizing their process.
Yeah.
So if you're going out there, you're doing everything, capturing the info you need in one platform, it's much, much easier for everybody in that sales cycle that you mentioned. The initial sales team, the engineers assisting with the design, and especially the ops and the techs team installing the job. But it's all in one platform. Everybody's doing it the same way. We see that process be sped up a ton. And the end customer is a lot happier because you're not going back and forth too often.
So could you give me an example as to how System Surveyor relieves that pain point a little?
Yeah, 100%. So like with one of our features, it's pretty straightforward here.
Yeah.
And you can see that a little.
I can see it a little bit.
Yeah. With any device that's dropped on a survey, the user can take a photo and capture where that device is supposed to be installed. It's a simple thing, right? But that picture is assigned to that specific device.
Yeah. Okay.
We talk to customers all the time who say, yeah, I came back from the site walk. I had 200 photos in my iPhone camera roll and I had to dig through and find what went where. With us, it's assigned automatically. You know what goes where, and so does your team.
Yeah.
I think that's just one small way that we see a big difference being made from a feature.
I remember when we were talking about this a few weeks ago, as you were pulling everything up, you have Pelco cameras labeled within your system, right? So, hey, how that camera, what field of view it can reach and how far away it'll be able to see. You can do all of that within System Surveyor, correct?
100%. So if you're doing the design and you just drag and drop a camera while you're walking around on site with a customer, it's just a generic camera at first, right?
Yeah.
But with Pelco's products and your team putting a ton of work in to get them ready to roll, all the resell and integrator does is pick from a drop-down menu which device they want. So that when they get finished with that design, the bill of materials we talked about is automatically done, the SKU, the model number, everything's accurate and done for you.
So what would be right after a System Surveyor? What would be the next step after that?
In terms of they just put their device design in there and get it done. So usually we'll see people take the layout report and there's a key on there that you can customize, put your own branding on it and pull out that report and include it in your proposal or scope of work.
Okay.
And we see that process because of that stuff being done automatically, be sped up drastically. Usually about 50% of time is saved so that they can get their bids out quicker than competitors.
Yeah. Trying to be quick, trying to streamline that entire process, doing things like using a System Surveyor to see and map out where cameras are going to go. Once again, we're trying to reduce how long that process is, that you could go from basically bidding on something, right?
Yeah, that first initial.
And then proposing it.
Yep, that's it.
Awesome. And so in conjunction with System Surveyor, we have our tools such as Elevate or being able to do quick configurations within the camera configuration tool. Basically setting up and, hey, we're going to assign an IP to this camera, but basing it off of and all the work the System Surveyor has already done. Oh, you know what? I want to hit on one thing before we end.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that partnership. How was it from kicking it off to where we're at right now?
I think y'all's team has been fantastic. We were kind of saying earlier that when Pelco decides to do something, we've seen an influx of people. I mean, you guys have had 7 or 8.
The whole
team
gang
members.
comes.
Everybody came. We got to sit down with everybody that we needed to, and had 2-3 initiatives happening at one time.
Yeah.
And it really seemed like once you put your mind to something, you got it done. So partnership was kicked off in a great way, and the follow through has been fantastic.
Man, I love hearing that.
Yeah.
They always talk about Pelco people. So within our org. So kudos to you, Pelco people.
Yeah.
This has been Xander from the Pelco Brief.